I forgot to ask a question during the resolution, so I'll start my commentary with a question to, I guess, Mr. Quinn. It's regarding the hourly rate that we pay our professionals. That's at $138 this year.
Yes.
$138 an hour. What was the rate last year? Can you remind me?
$135.
$135. So, trying to do the quick math.
2%.
2%.
Is it a 2%? Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to stay within that 2%.
Okay.
Because we're doing that with everybody else.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, very good, thank you. Thank you to everybody in the audience who came out tonight on this very cold evening. I was just outside and my toes are still cold, half an hour later. I remind all residents that the town hall serves as a warming center during these cold spells. If you know anybody who needs to warm up during the day, please send them over here. The Township DPW did another great job with snow removal last night. Thanks to all of those who put in the extra hours to clear our streets. On tonight's agenda, we have, as we just did, appointments to 2 people, one of which we just did, to open positions on the Environmental Committee and Board of Ethics. I wanted to thank Mrs. Emilio. I think you're behind putting the notice up on the website, and for the various openings that are still available, because we have several. And I urge residents to take a look at that list that's on the website, and to see if they might be interested in applying for one of these volunteer positions. As Pat just mentioned, the Morris Township OEM Association is continuing their tradition of the annual roses for sale for Valentine's Day. And she didn't mention the days that's on the flyer, but it's going to take place at the Hillside Firehouse on Wednesday, February 12th, Thursday the 13th, and Friday the 14th on Valentine's Day. And the hours will be posted on the flyer and on the website. And the Hillside Firehouse is located on Western Avenue for those of you on the east side of town. All proceeds benefit the OEM organization, meaning that the proceeds benefit all of our Morris Township residents. The OEM department is staffed entirely by volunteers who give their time to the community, and please support your fellow community members by buying your roses at the Hillside Firehouse. I wanted to congratulate the new Board of Ed President, Leonard Posey, and to thank the outgoing President, Nancy Bangiola, for all the time and effort she put in for the benefit of all the kids in our community. The Morris Education Foundation, which provides a lot of support to the school district, is holding its annual Morristown's Got Talent fundraiser at the Community Theater on February 26th. It's their largest fundraiser that supports arts and music programs at the schools, and tickets sell out very quickly, and they go on sale next week on the 27th. Last week, the Joint Library had a pipe burst on the 2nd floor, which led to the Joint Library being closed for a couple of days. I just wanted to send kudos to the people, all the people who worked on that issue and got the library up and running very quickly and back open to the public. Congratulations to Atlantic Health Systems, the parent of Morristown Memorial Hospital. They've been ranked #1 by Forbes magazine on their list of best employers in the state of New Jersey. So it's great to have them within our community here. A couple of days ago, the Star-Ledger published a story that was a survey from a security firm called SafeWise that ranked the safest communities in the state of New Jersey. And the firm combined FBI data, this is according to their press release, combined FBI data with other factors such as unique safety initiatives within the municipalities that have at least 15,000 residents. And Morris Township ranked 18th in the state of New Jersey in terms of their safety survey. So we did a great job. Only 2 municipalities in Morris County ranked ahead of us, which was Washington Township, I believe at #4, Madison at #9. There's one thing I failed to say at the reorganization meeting last week when we sat up here and we thanked a lot of people. Scott Rosenbush and I sit on the sewer utility subcommittee, and I just wanted to take a moment to give special recognition to the two guys who run that utility, Mark Howard and Tim Odell. Scott and I sat in on 2 budget meetings the last couple weeks, and we were exposed to both the breadth and depth of knowledge that these 2 gentlemen have in running our sewer utilities, everything that goes on at the sewer utilities, down to the minutia that I just couldn't believe about the gaskets and lubricating pumps and all of these minute details that they had a real firm handle on. I was really impressed with their knowledge. I continue to be impressed with these guys, and I just wanted to let the public know that we have some really, really more than competent people on burning the sewer utility that do a great job. And I wish I had recognized them a couple weeks ago when we had a room full of people here, but I did want to do that. And lastly, I wanted to recognize a Morris Township native named Dan Quinn, who is the defensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks. Dan's defense helped secure a big win last week against the San Francisco 49ers in the conference championship game, and I know he made his brother Tim very proud. And as you know, the Seahawks are coming to New Jersey for participation in the Super Bowl next weekend. So just a shout out to the Seahawks and go Hawks. Thank you.
Mr. Rosenbush.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Jeff, for recognizing
I just wanted to mention, Mr. Mayor, that some of the things I think that are very, very important for 2014, my thoughts as to what are the real most important things. Number one is to craft a budget that works for all of us, everybody in the township. Secondly is to stabilize our tax rate and to see how we will go down the road with the taxes and what we're doing. We're going to, when the time comes to repair our swim pools, to take care of redoing our woodland sewer plant, we have to resolve the tax appeals. As you know, we had $5 million and change a year ago, and we're having more, but I think that that number is tending to get lower. I'd like to continue to implement the shared services that we have been doing over the years. Hopefully the Honeywell situation will get resolved. I think the dates are 18th and 19th for your case, Mr. Mills.
Yes.
And at that juncture, hopefully that something can be done to start the Honeywell process and the emergence of whomever might move in there, that process starting. I'd like to see the traffic problems along 124 resolved. Also to implement, as we said last month, the electronic speed boards around the town. I'd like to continue to improve wherever we can our athletic fields. And to your thought process, Ms. Wilson, earlier, to create a blue ribbon committee to examine bringing businesses into Morris Township. I think those are there are many more, but those are the most important projects and things I think we should be looking at this year, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Gaffney.
Thank you. First, to Pat Sims and the OEM group, first of all, thanks for coming to many of our meetings. And I have to say that the Roses sale is the best deal going for your significant other in Chilton. I've been there every year, and everyone in the township really should take advantage of it because it is the best deal going. Ongoing budget process, as Mr. Mancuso had mentioned, as being a top priority of making sure that we come out of here again this year with a budget that is fiscally responsible. We've met with, most of the subcommittees have already met and talked about with their respective department managers and met and have gone over their individual budgets. They're now being rolled up. We are certainly on track for, again, the latest in April, an April submission and May for final adoption. Check on elderly neighbors. I know it was mentioned a little bit here tonight, but especially with the cold nights that we're supposedly now going to have for the next 2 weeks. Make sure you check on elderly neighbors. They have heat, hot water during this time. Congrats to Paul House. Paul is an accomplished partner of a large law firm. Has been a Morris Township resident for a number of years. Has children in the Morris School District, and I'm sure he will be a very welcome addition to the Board of Health. Also, congrats to, you may have seen it on the consent calendar, to John Flanagan, as he was promoted to Assistant Superintendent of the Department of Public Works. John has been a dedicated employee of Morris Township for many, many years, and he will be a welcome addition to Mr. Eschman in that assistant role, as Tom has been running in many different directions, and he will certainly be a welcome addition. And then, of course, last but not least, again, congrats to Township President Dan Quinn, brother of Tim Quinn. as he is the defense coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks, playing in the Super Bowl, and I can only follow that up with 45 days to pitchers and catchers. Let's talk about what's really important. Best of luck to the Seahawks and to the Quinn family. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks. I just wanted to congratulate Anthony Sandelli and Matt Flynn of our police department, who have received this evening a permanent appointment following their one-year probationary period. They're the 50 safest communities in New Jersey that was referred to before. New Jersey and Morris Township being number 18 on the list, certainly has benefited from both Matt and Anthony being on this fantastic police department that we have. And that's all I have for this evening. I'd like to appoint at this time Mr. Sean Moronsky of 16 Thomas Paine Road as a second alternate to the Environmental Commission for an unexpired 2-year term that will be expiring December 31st, 2015. And I would like to read a proclamation for this evening. The Mayor and Township Committee of the Township of Morris honors the heritage of African Americans and acknowledges their many contributions to our nation. Whereas Dr. Woodson established Black History Week in February of 1926, choosing a month that marks the birthdays of two incredibly important men who impacted the American black population, Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. In 1976, the observance was expanded to Black History Month. This is because the month of February holds greater significance of many milestones it contains. For instance, February the 23rd, 1868, the civil rights leader and co-founder of the NAACP, Webb Du Bois, was born. On February 3rd, 1870, the 15th Amendment, granting blacks the right to vote, was passed. On February the 25th, 1870, the first black United States Senator, Senator Revels, took his oath of office. And on February the 12th, 1909, the NAACP was founded in New York City. With all these events and historic visionary leaders such as Frederick Douglass, Thurgood Marshall, and Martin Luther King Jr., who blazed a trail of freedom, equality, and opportunity, and who symbolize why we celebrate Black History Month. We also remember the life of Coretta Scott King, the widow of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who continued her husband's vision of racial peace and nonviolent social change throughout her life. So therefore, be it resolved, the Mayor and Morris Township Committee celebrates February 2014 as Black History Month to honor the many achievements and contributions made by African Americans to our economic, cultural, spiritual, and political development. Consideration of the reports.
I'm going to move the reports, Mr. Mayor.
Second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And claims for payment. Let's pay the bills. Is there a motion to pay the bills?
I'll move we pay the bills.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Crawford?
Yes.
Mr. Rizzo?
Yes.
Mr. Mancuso?
Yes.
Mayor Sisler?
Yes. And if there is a motion to adjourn, I will entertain that.
So moved.
Mr. Mayor?
Second?
Second.